You're like iodine chasing all the storms away. You're like a black ops.
I'm here with Ashley and Jason, aka Human Kebab.
True that.
Let's get right into that right away. Why Human Kebab?
It started as a comic composition, and then it sort of became the brand.
Yeah.
And it just seems to go with the quirky nature of some of USS's persona and material.
We met in a beer freezer, working at a golf course, loading up cases of Bat 50, and we just kind of instantly connected. So we were talking about like Milli Vanilli and Guns N' Roses, and then it became really self-evident that we needed to
talk more.
Yeah. So then we didn't talk for a couple of months, and then my sister needed a DJ for her wedding, and then I remembered that he was a DJ. It was love at first scratch. I started to sleep in his basement at his parents' house.
Constantly.
Yeah, it was my way of kind of re-socializing myself to being around other people. So I'd vacation at his parents' house in the basement, and slowly some other neighborhood oddballs started showing up, and we just started making really weird sounds. And there's a very notable quote that the world should know, and it's Brenda Parsons saying, "Hi, Jason, he can't even sing." Why do you have that boy over here, Jason? That's more like his granddad.
Yeah, you just turned into...
We like mixing
and Crave from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Hey, ask Daddy, you can train swagger.
Thoughts seem to stumble out of my mouth. I can't seem to stop.
So you guys were previously in another band.
Yes, sir. There's actually, you can hear in Hollow Point, there's a little breakdown part where you can hear kind of ocean waves and seagulls. And in the background, we buried the original beat that we made for the song in like 2004, late 2004. It's like...
So what exactly do you call this genre of music? Because it seems quite original to me.
Okay, let's go genre for genre. Pop step.
Progressive dance folk.
Jungle pop.
Drum and strum.
Dream surf, drum and bass.
Fill in the blank. Like, I really like the movie Weird Science. Did you ever see that movie where they take all the parts of the girls that they want to make and put it in the machine? And it's just kind of like, it was almost like I realized that there wasn't any rules and that I could create any kind of life I wanted to and any kind of world I wanted to. So I decided that what are my most favorite things on earth that I hear, and what would it sound like if I put them all together? Mm-hmm. And then our band is what happened.
Now that Hollow Point has been so huge for you, and you guys are recording a full length right now, is it really difficult to go in there and try and knock out another 11, 12, however many songs of hyperbole caliber?
Well, the good news is that we have our next 3 albums done and written and ready to go. So I'm really more excited.
That is great news.
I'm really more excited to go up to my cottage and go sailing. The music industry is kind of becoming a singles game again, in that you just release tracks one by one. Like, if there's a concept for an album, more power to you. But the pressure's kind of off a little bit in terms of like when you have the option to buy the whole album online, or you can buy 4 tracks or 5 tracks for the whole album.
Yeah.
You can kind of let go of that paradigm if you choose to.
Tell me how USS got here today. How did it happen?
I was determined I was going to be a pro hockey player. I got really sick. I didn't go through puberty. I started doing theater. I stopped playing sports. I started doing musicals. I made my sister's best friend cry was the first song I wrote. Then I started a band, and then I lost my mind, and then I met him, and then we've been having Miracle Year.
And part of that miracle was getting played on the radio. So tell me all about that.
Oh, I think that was like quintessential to the current growth of the project. The bombardment of information and just the blasts that are coming, whether it's through the internet, television, even the lack of music videos on television nowadays, or even just generally that there's every frequency on the radio station is taken by some sort of music or soundbite. It's really hard to capture something and to get somebody's attention for more than 2 minutes. And if you can crack a big station in any city, you're gaining the attention of listeners that might not necessarily be exposed to the music that you produce or write.
So we have this amazing concept when we release our album, and what we like to do is we like to tie it to a string to a balloon, and then it'll float up in the air, and then when the album actually drops, that is when the album drops. We release the album on the day.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going up.
You going on the shoulders?
Yeah.
Okay. Hang this. Okay.
Yo, Cravefest TV. It's Ashley J from USS.